Sorry about that. I had initially intended on everything that I wanted to speak on to be in one long video, but my cat, Midnight, she was spayed yesterday and she woke up, so I had to make sure that she was okay, so I had to stop recording. But I'll get back to what I was talking about before I had to stop recording. So, I had gotten a response to one of my story posts, and it was this venue owner, and the venue owner had responded with, "Ooh, sexy," and that made me a little uncomfortable. But at that point in time, I had not blocked this individual, this person, this venue owner. This venue owner proceeded to invite me to spend the night at his house. He made it clear to me that he lives alone. And then right after that, he had told me that if I wanted to book at that venue, because I've been a promoter before, I've been a booking agent before, he wanted that if I wanted to book there in the future, that he would reduce the booking fee from $150 to $100 for me. Right after he had just attempted to solicit sex from me. And then he proceeded to tell me that if I ever wanted to come to the venue to one of the shows, that he would let me in for free. So, you connect the dots. Again, all of this made me very uncomfortable, but I did not speak up about it until I would estimate a year later, because of this person's position in the scene, and because I was afraid of what the response would be if I spoke up. Because I've been in this situation before where I was raped by someone and I spoke up about it, and I was sent death threats, I was cyberbullied. I mean, it was relentless. But that's not the point of this video. But anyways, it's things that I carry in my mind. How I know that people can be. So, of course, when I spoke up about this individual, again, dudes from the local music scene on there acting like there was nothing done wrong, and how dare me for posting that and speaking up about it, and how dare me for not giving context, or how dare me for posting about it. Came from not that direct wording, but basically, how dare me for posting it. Just block someone and move on about my day. Came from one of the females. Just, again, blame. So, there was that incident. There was also a situation with, there were two different bands, and there was someone he was an unclean vocalist in a local band. He's no longer in the band anymore. They kicked him out after they found out the gist of what he had done to me. And this person had pretended to like me, pretended to care, pretended to want to be friends and to want to be there for me. And then it escalated to this person trying to solicit nudes from me, trying to get me to talk to this person about sex, and just on and on and on. And between that person doing that to me, another random person on the internet, again, trying to get me to talk about sex, trying to get me to send nudes, and between two to three people in a different local band did to me. It affected my mental health to the point where I had a suicide attempt. I'd locked myself in the bathroom and was going to drown myself. And again, there are people in this scene that know about that, and no one held those people accountable. And what the other people in the other band did was, so I'll start with the one who did the least. So, this member in this band, I wanted this band to headline my first show that I ever put on. And so this member in this band I interacted with about the show leading up to the show. And mind you, I also promoted this band for free for the better part of 6 months. All so that I could get told by someone in the scene that this guy had told him that I have no idea what I'm doing. Mind you, this was my first show, and I did know what I was doing. I just asked a lot of questions, appropriate questions that I should be asking. But I asked a lot of questions, and those were questions that I should be asking as someone who wants the best possible outcome, the best possible show for everyone involved, including the bands that are playing. And also, this person couldn't get venues to respond regarding dates for a tour that this band was trying to go on with this other tour. And because of my action, I was able to get them a date booked in Pennsylvania, which in hindsight, I wish I would have never done, seeing as how this member and these other two members treated me. But anyways, so that's what one member did. The other two members tried to pursue me at the same time. One member had told me that he was single, and he kept trying to talk to me. And again, this person pretended to care, to want to be there for me, to want to be my friend, but also wanted to get to know me and liked me. And the very first time that I met him, it was at a show of there that they were playing in Chapel Hill at Local 506. And this person proceeded to try to hold my hand, tried to kiss me, told my mom that he loved me, and this was literally the first time I'd ever met this dude. Was trying to get me to spend the night with them or over at his house. Gave me a piggyback ride and all of this, all of that. And all the while telling me that there was a member in the band. And he had told me that the guy's girlfriend didn't like me. He told me that, all of the members in the band that had girlfriends, that none of their girlfriends liked me, that they all thought that I was a wannabe groupie. Mind you, one of the members, I actually had wanted to talk to his girlfriend and had planned on talking to his girlfriend at this show about the things that he had been messaging to me on Instagram, because it was highly inappropriate for someone who is in a relationship to be messaging to me. And he messaged me, not the other way around. I didn't pursue him, he pursued me while in a relationship. So fast forward between one of them saying that about me, one of them pursuing me, and telling me that he was single, and then knowing that how I was having a mentally difficult day after he had just, convinced me that I could open up to him, that I could confide in him, and then leaves me on red and ghosts me because I'm guessing he wasn't actually single. he was just, not doing well with his girlfriend, and then I guess things got good again, and so I got ghosted and left on red. Either that or he was single but then she started talking to him again. Anyways, that is what happened to me when I was at a low point. So between those two and the other person and the guilt of this other person in the band messaging me what he was messaging me while he was in a relationship and how that made me feel, I tried to kill myself. Fortunately, my mom was able to get into the bathroom door before I was successful. But anyways, when I spoke up about that band, silence. Now there's one other member in one other band that I want to mention what he did to me previously. Now, I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to mention the band. I'm just going to mention the fact that this guy is a very well-known drummer. Very well-known band. His band has toured nationally. And I am on, I guess I would say, decent terms with him. But there's a reason for me needing to bring this up. Because the previous behavior of this person was absolutely unacceptable. And yes, I've talked to this person about it and yada yada yada. I want to address this. So, this person had started talking to me on Messenger. And at the time, I liked someone. So when this person was trying to flirt with me, I basically told this person, I like someone. Please stop trying to flirt with me. And then this person dropped it. And then later started doing the same thing. And then by that point in time, I was in a relationship. So I told this person again, please stop. And then the person acted like, oh, it's fine. We can just, we'll just be friends. And some of the things that this person would message me would be like trying to get me to come hang out with this person. Trying to get me to come to a show of theirs that they would be playing. Anyways, so fast forward a bit. This person wanted me to add him on Snapchat. So I did. And basically what happened during that was this person kept at me and kept at me and kept at me, fishing for compliments until I literally felt forced to give this person a compliment just so they would stop asking about it. And then this person proceeded to goad me about dating and basically asked me, why don't I want to date this person? Why won't I go out on a date with this person? After this person asked me if I would go on a date, and I got uncomfortable that they were asking. So I had never met this person at that time. I didn't really know this person. So all of that happened, and later we were okay. We were friends. I even defended this person publicly whenever this person had told me that they had an ex that had told her friends that he had raped this person. And what he'd explained to me is that he had never raped her. This was just her being angry about a breakup. I guess he had broken up with her or something. And I stupidly believed him and defended him. Well, he has told me repeatedly on numerous occasions since then that he has been able to prove that, that never happened. But, how do you prove that didn't happen and that, this person lied, unless this person, admitted openly that they lied. And even then they could still be lying about it. And say that they lied about it just so this person would get off their back. But anyways, so that was the thing that happened. But this person just very much made me uncomfortable, and like I never had the option to say no and to not oblige them. There was several times when I would block this person or delete this person, and almost immediately I would get a message like, why did you delete me? Please send me another request. Or like if I would block this person from one outlet, I would get a message on a different app like, why did you block me? Please unblock me. Like, and it all of it made me very uncomfortable. My boundaries were disrespected. I was very uncomfortable by this person, and again, I felt like I did not have the option to say no to this person, which feels very RE. So, but I want to fast forward to after mid-June, after I made those 2 posts, and then the other post about the ban, and people were basically silent about that post. So there were a few other situations, and one centers around people that are claiming publicly that I had sex with a 16-year-old, and that never happened. But people are believing the narrative that they are pushing, which is that I am a pedophile. And I will elaborate on that situation. So, a long time ago, years ago, like 2016 years ago, that's how long it's been, I previously knew someone named Nicholas Blaisdell. And again, this was a person who made me extremely uncomfortable, would force me into phone sex, would berate me because I didn't want to make a sex tape with him, and just all kinds of things. And there are 2 different Facebook accounts that I know that he has, and I've had him blocked for years. But anyways, the way that I came to know this 16-year-old person was Nick had added him into a group chat with Nick and I. And at the time, this person was 15. And so they were in this group chat, and they were making jokes about a school shooter meme that they had made that had both of them in it. And again, obviously, like, they think, haha, it's a meme, it's funny, it's hilarious. But when I think about school shooter memes, I'm terrified, because I'm thinking about it in a serious way, as I should be, which is, are these potential school shooters, like, legitimately. Like, so I was terrified of them. So, and then also this 15-year-old immediately trying to flirt with me. So I left this group chat, and just as I'm about to block this person, the 15-year-old starts messaging me. And he starts talking to me, apologizing, saying that he'll never flirt with me again, that he understands that he's a child and that I'm an adult, and that he shouldn't have flirted with me, and basically apologizing for disrespecting my boundaries and flirting with me and making me uncomfortable, and asked if he could make it right and if we could be friends. And again, this made me extremely uncomfortable, because at the time I was 23 and he was 15. So we were friends. And anytime that he tried to flirt with me after that, I would make it clear to him, you're a child, I am an adult. The mistake that I made was trusting him and hanging out with this person. And This person told his friends that we were in a relationship. This person apparently told his friends that we had sex. This person forced me to approve. He had sent me a relationship request on Facebook, and he had forced me to approve it. And the only reason I approved of it was, again, because I was afraid of him, back from the school shooter meme thing, and also because I knew that he was, I'm going to estimate, between 6 feet and 6 feet 4, around 200 pounds at that time. Because after that, he turned 16, but still, 15, 16, either way, that's still a freaking child. So, but just to put into some perspective why I was afraid of him, aside from the meme, was the fact that dude was super tall, dude weighed a lot, dude could probably kill me. I'm 4'11", I don't really, my self-defense skills are not on point, and I'm not a violent person. I don't fight, I don't condone violence. All of that, coupled with the fact that he had known to me anger management issues. Like, he would brag to me about his anger issues. And so there were times, and again, there is no excuse for this. Like, in hindsight, I literally, like, I wish I would have blocked him like I wanted to begin with, and move on with my life. Because I am now made out to be a pedophile because I did things that looked really suspect on my part, literally to oblige this person, like to pacify this person. And there were two separate occasions when, there were literally only two occasions when I was alone with him, not in public. Like 2 different times that I was at the house that he lived at that time, when he still lived with his parents. And both times he tried to get me to have sex with him, and I refused. And the last time that I was there that happened, he had called my mom on the phone, and he was arguing with her, and he freaked out and he threw a phone. Now, whether he intended to throw that at me or not, fine, fair point, whatever, point received. But the bottom line is the fact that he threw it, and it was thrown in my direction, and it almost hit me. And I already knew that he had anger issues. I was already afraid of him. I was already doing all of these things, literally to appease him, for my own safety. So all of that, coupled with this person being upset because I don't want to have sex with them, and also that day, I was laying down on the bed. I was fully clothed. Let's make that a point. But I was laying down on the bed, and it was very quiet, and I knew that he was holding his phone, and I got a bad vibe, like, is this person, like, taking pictures of my rear end, because I was facing away from him, so, like, my back end was to him. And so I look back, and I'm like, were you just, like, what are you doing? Were you just taking pictures of me? Were you just trying to take pictures of me? And he explained that he wanted to get pictures of my butt. And I was basically like, why would you do that? Like, that makes me uncomfortable, and you didn't even ask for permission. And basically what he had said to me at that point was that had I not found him out, he would have done it. He would have went ahead with it. Like, he would have done it anyways. And so that is absolutely disgusting. But after that, I had figured out a way to try to get away from him. And basically what I told him was that I was considering checking myself into a hospital for my mental health, because I needed to get away from my mom, and I needed to get better. Yes, the relationship with my mom was abusive, but I also wanted to get away from Joseph, and I felt like that was my only way to escape. And so, again, my point is, in his mind, we were together. So he had basically said to me, oh, well, if you're going just to get away from your mom, then yeah, I'll break up with you. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, relief. So basically told him that, I was thinking about going, and basically he ended the relationship because of my mental health situation and because I wouldn't have sex with him. Now, the next person that he seemed to be in a relationship with was someone way closer to his age, as far as I know. And out of concern, I messaged this person, and I had a feeling that because of the age and because of her being in a relationship with him, that she's gonna believe whatever he tells her no matter what. So, and that she was gonna show him the messages. So the way I messaged her, like the way I worded it when I messaged it to her on Instagram, was that he had broke up with me. And the reason why I put it like that is because, again, in his mind, he thought we were together. And I didn't want to further piss this person off, because this person had literally threatened to beat someone up because they were trying to get my hoodie back for me. Because this person, whenever I knew him, had let me borrow a hoodie. And I'd said, oh, but if you borrow the hoodie, I get something of yours. And so I wanted my hoodie back. And this person threatened this person for trying to get my hoodie back. So basically, I had messaged this girl explaining everything, literally out of concern, because I was afraid of this person. And so she took it as I was an adult that was in a relationship with a child. And she has since blasted that all over social media, on and off for years. His friends have found me on Snapchat, they found me on Facebook, they found me on Instagram, and it has been never ending. And I'm almost at 30 minutes, so I'm going to quickly address two other situations. One is a well-known photographer in the North Carolina music scene who had accused me of trying to steal his clients because I had messaged 6 of his clients. My intent was not to try to steal his clients. And note, you cannot say that I stole your clients when those aren't my clients. None of them are my clients. It was literally for promotional purposes only. But anyways, of course, this person, to their thousands of Facebook friends, makes a post about me, apparently, and it posted about me on his Instagram story, and continues to do different things. But that's my quick addressing of that statement. And I could go on and on about it, about how I blocked this person on everywhere that I need to block this person. So then they sent a message to my photography Facebook page, attempting to intimidate me. But anyways, there's one other situation. And I'm going to try to sum this up because I'm almost at 30 minutes already. There is a band that I used to be a fan of. And I had found out that one of the members in the band allegedly cheated on his girlfriend, baby mama, whatever, among other things that he had done to her. Allegedly. That he had allegedly done to her. And so I supported the other members in the band. I did not support this member. But I would still go to shows because I supported the other members. This person convinced me to let him be an admin in the fan group. He deleted a fan's post because he didn't like what I was commenting on it. Then he proceeded to message me. Then he proceeded to make a post about me publicly where everyone could see it. This post had no proof of the statements that he made because it didn't occur. It was literally just I had issues with him in private, and I finally spoke up for myself and stood up for myself, and I guess because he couldn't handle the truth and he couldn't handle being held accountable, he wanted me, I guess, to suffer. So he made all of these posts publicly on this band's Facebook page and everywhere else. Mind you, there are people commenting on the Facebook post, you know, commenting multiple stab wounds, somebody should have beat her. And this band is remaining silent about those comments. So, you know, if they were such great people, nah. Just like if they were such great people, they wouldn't even have a lyric, swallow your tongue before I rip it out, which, mind you, is about this person's now ex that he was allegedly beating up. But anyways, I'm at 31 minutes now. I could elaborate on all of the situations that I've mentioned in these videos for hours, but that is a summary, and just what I have been put through by people in different music scenes, what I've been put through by people on the internet, to the point where I almost killed myself on my 1-year anniversary because of what these people have put me through. It's just, and continue to make fun of me online. Like I'm the one who's awful. If you were such great people, you wouldn't feel the need to do what you're doing.